Okay, start out with 511 microbes, growing at 30%, increasing by 30% every hour for 10 hours. So I do 1 plus 30%. So 1 plus 30% is 1.3. Raise that to the 10th power times 511 gives me a value of 7,045. Rounding it. Vehicle is decreasing in value this time, so I do 1 minus the 11%. We're going to check after 5 years. The starting value is 20,000. 1 minus 11% is 0.89. Raise that to the 5th power, multiply by 20,000. That gives us a value of 11,168. 11,200 would be close enough. You can round that to the penny if you want, but you need at least the first three significant figures before we round. Solving inequalities. Let's add 8 to each side. So negative 16 plus 8 is negative 8. Is greater than negative 2x. Well, if negative 2x is greater than negative 8, if I divide by negative 2, that's the opposite of multiply by negative 2. Dividing by a negative, that changes the inequality sign to point the other direction. Negative 2 divided by negative 2 is 1. 1 times x is x. Negative 8 divided by negative 2 is 4. So to find that in the list, select that. So that's if we divide by a negative. If we, let's do the last one there. That's different in that I add 8 to each side. So we have negative 16 plus 8 would be negative 8. And then we have 2x. And it says greater than. So if I divide by 2, then the inequality symbol stays the same because I divided by a positive. A negative 8 divided by a positive 2 is a negative 4. So find that one in that list, and that would be for this one. So those are 2 examples there. Follow the same pattern for the other 2. So if I have an equation, the power is equal to the current times the voltage, and I want to say, well, the voltage equals what? So I want to get the V all by itself. Well, the V is being multiplied by I. The opposite of multiply by I is divide by I. So P divided by I is equal to V. And that's what they wanted. They wanted V is equal to what? Well, P divided by I. Reflect this across the line y equals 4. Y equals 4 is right there. Reflect that point right there across that line. It's 1 below that line, so the reflected image will be 1 above that line. The location of that point is over 3, up 5. 2 functions, I'll multiply them, but I'm going to go ahead and evaluate them at 2 first. So 2 2's plus 2 is 4 plus 2 is 6. And 5 2's plus 2 equals 10 plus 2 equals 12. Now if I multiply those, that dot means multiply. 6 12's is 72. We're going to add these 2 functions. I could evaluate them and then add them. I'm going to go ahead and add them and then evaluate them. We'll do it a different way. 4x plus 2x is 6x. 9 plus 4 is 13. So 6x plus 13 Evaluate that at 3. 6 threes is 18. 18 plus 13 is 31. The y-intercept of the line parallel to y equals 2x plus 6. Well, parallel means that it has the same slope. So we know that y equals 2x. We don't know that it crosses in the same place. We don't know that it has the same y-intercept. So let's just give it some letter for the y-intercept. B is often used. So now we know values of x and y of -6, -8. The -8 is the y. The -6 is the x. 2 -6's is -12. And solving, the opposite of subtract 12 is add 12. -8 plus 12 is 4. So the y-intercept is 4.